WVVA in Focus, a weekly program about important issues and events in the two Virginias.
Good morning and welcome to this edition of In Focus. I'm your host, Melinda Zosh. There's a fundraiser coming up soon to help raise money for area foster children. It's called Nianne's Ride for the Kids, and it's actually coming up here in May. Joining us right now to explain what this ride is all about, we have three guests in our studio this morning. We have Tracy Sibley, Johnny Songer, who goes by Gunner, he's with Bikers for Christ, and also Philip Parrish, who goes by Screwdriver, and he's the president of the Southern Brotherhood MC. So I'd like to welcome all of our guests to the studio. And Sibs, I'll start with you. This ride is to honor your sister. You've been on our program before. For those who are unfamiliar, can you share with our viewers what this ride is all about and how it honors your sister?
In 2013, she passed away, and she was a foster parent here in Mercer County and fostered over 100 kids probably. And when she got cancer in late 2012, I took a leave of absence, came up here, and anyways, I asked her, I told her that we were going to do a ride to raise money for either cancer research and when I said or, she said the kids. And she was talking about the Foster Parent Association. And so this is our 7th year, and we've been able to help out a lot of foster kids and families, and whether it's obtaining a bed for a unexpected kid, coming into the home, or we've even made some car repairs to help transport children, which foster parents definitely have their hands full.
And Sibs, your sister had such a big heart for children. Can you share with us more about how she just helped foster kids and how this really is a way to honor her passion?
She was the one that if CPS called or the state police, and if they had to remove a child that was in a bad situation, it didn't matter. I remember several times she told me that in the middle of the night they would call and ask her if she had any beds, and she'd say, bring them on. And so she had an open heart to get kids, the kids that are thrown away, and give them a chance. She never had children of her own. She's always loved kids and everything, but sometimes we said she was a little bit touched in the head, because she would take anybody.
Wow. And how did the idea come about? This is entering its 7th year for Nianne's Ride, so share with us more about how the idea came about to have this ride every year.
Well, when I moved up here, I was in North Carolina at the time. I'd been with Bikers for Christ down there for a couple years, and when I moved up here, there wasn't a chapter in Southern West Virginia, so the doors opened for me to start a chapter here. Bikers are well known for doing charity rides, poker runs, anything where there's a need in the local community. And whether it's a motorcycle club or a ministry, the biking community pulls together to help with these causes.
And Gunner or Screwdriver, both of you actually can jump in here. Gunner, I'll start with you. Why do you think that this is a big deal to have this ride here in our community, as the proceeds do benefit foster kids, but why is it important to have this ride here every year in our own community?
Well, this here is for, local children that just parents, for one reason or another, can't afford them, drug problems, whatever the case may be, don't want their children. They give them away, state comes in and gets them. It's good here for us to be able to raise money for the parents, to help raise these foster children. I think it takes a very special person with a large heart to, take in children that aren't theirs. They don't know. Some of these kids really have some issues being placed from foster home to foster home. I just think it's great that we can do this here in the community for these kids here. I wish this was done all over the world for all the foster children.
Yeah, definitely. And Screwdriver, what about you? Why do you think this event is so important for our community?
Well, they're a real demand for kids, you know, a lot of kids. It's for good cause. 9 times out of 10, you get them, they don't have nothing. They don't have clothes or nothing to, and this stuff helps.
And can you all explain more, for those who are unfamiliar, how does Nianne's Ride work? I guess, Sibs, I'll ask this to you. How does it work? Explain to us more about when people can expect to sign up. I know you're already taking signups right now, and the event is coming up here in the middle of May, but just tell us more about the event and what the plan is for the weekend.
What we do, this is also, Nianne's Ride is the feature ride for the BFC Spring Fling, which is developed into a regional rally with Bikers for Christ. It's open to everybody. We have motorcycle clubs, other ministries, people that, you know, that just like to ride on their own. You know, sometimes we even have Jeep clubs and, and you know, we'll have dune buggies and, you know, and everything. But it's all pulling together for a common cause, and that's to help the people that in the foster system that fall in between the cracks. You know, to help fund that. But we will do, we have a meet and greet on Friday night, and all the details, we have a Facebook event page. You can look that up and see what all's going on. We have a meet and greet Friday evening, and as everybody's coming in, and then Saturday morning at Cornerstone Family Church, that's where we stage the ride, where we start the ride. Registration starts at 8 a.m., and then we leave out at 9 a.m. And this year we're gonna ride over into Burke's Gardens. We try to make it to where we have a lot of people from North and South Carolina, Maryland, Kentucky, Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania. We even have some people coming in from Texas and Wisconsin, and they love riding in the mountains up here. So we try to do a little mountain ride, and the ride's about 70, 80 miles. The ride ends at Cole Harley-Davidson, where we do an after party. This year we have Jonah Carden doing the music, and I know a lot of people know who he is. We have some fantastic door prizes. The cost of the ride is $20 a person. That includes meal. J&Z Grilling is doing our food this year, and they're at Cole, and a lot of door prizes, but it's $20 per person for the ride. That includes a meal and door prize ticket. People can come in. One year we had 900 people come in that didn't ride. They just drove their cars to the after party, and what we do on that, we ask for a $15 donation for your meal, and that also gives you a chance on a nice door prize.
Okay, so again, the meet and greet starts on Friday, May 14th, and then the actual ride is Saturday, May 15th?
Right.
Okay, and where can people go to purchase tickets? I know you mentioned the Facebook page, but where can they go to get the tickets?
There's not actually tickets that are purchased prior to the ride. We have, like, it's so funny because we've been doing every year, I design a different bandana that has a different design on it representing that year, and Nianne's Ride for the Kids and BFC Spring Fling. And we have each of the first 120 riders registered get a bandana. And, you know, we've got some people that has a bandana from every year, but they always want to register early, but its registration is that morning at 8 a.m.
All right, the bandanas are nice, by the way. I remember receiving one in a year's past, so thank you so much. We do have to take a quick break. We have much more to talk about. We'll be right back after this. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to this edition of In Focus. This morning, we've been talking all about the 7th annual Nianne's Ride for the Kids. All the proceeds benefit local foster children in need, and it's just a great weekend filled with a meet and greet and a fun bike ride, lots of good activities. So I'd like to welcome back our guests. We have Sibs here. He is the brother to Nianne. Sibs, just tell us a little bit more about what you think this ride would mean to Nianne. If she could see this today, of everything that's come through, 7 years of this ride, what do you think she would say?
Well, probably the first thing she'd say is, change the name of it. She was a type person that she didn't want any focus on her, and it was about sacrifice for the kids. And she would definitely tell me to not put her picture on the flyer, but after that, I think she'd probably just shake her head and say, keep it up, keep going, and of course she would. I see her showing pictures of the 4 that she had fostered, and she ended up adopting, and she'd be proud of those kids.
And tell us more about where the money goes. All the money that's raised from this event, what organizations does it go to?
What we do is, for accountability purposes, we have a liaison between the DHHR and the Mercer County Foster Adopt Association. So the money, what we do is we present a check from Bikers for Christ to the Mercer County Foster Adopt Association. At that time, if there is a need identified, I know last year there were some kids that weren't going to get anything for Christmas, and we were able to help out with that. I got a video a couple years ago of a boy that his 18th birthday, the foster parents, they didn't have the money to really do what should be done on an 18th birthday. That's a special day for a kid, and it just, when I saw the video, man, he was very thankful. He got some new shoes and clothes, and we were able to help out with that. But there's accountability in that kind of double, where if a need's identified, then a decision's made, and we're able to help out the kid and the family.
Have you all set a goal this year for how much you'd like to raise?
I'd like to see us go over this is our 7th year, and we're getting close to $40,000 raised in 6 years so far. So I'd like to see us go above that. I would say between $5,000 and $10,000 would definitely be a good event.
And Gunnar, I'll ask you this question. What is your favorite part about the ride? What do you enjoy most about this weekend?
The food.
Good one.
Actually, I just love the brotherhood, seeing everybody come together for one great cause. The bikers that come in, people that come in what we call cages, vehicles. It's just amazing to see so many people pull in and donate and just support this cause. It's just great.
And Screwdriver, what about you? What do you enjoy most about this weekend?
I like meeting new people, and the food. The food is good, definitely.
So it sounds like you were saying, Sibs, that was it J&Z is catering this year?
J&Z Grilling, yeah,
Yes.
from BLUEFIELD.
Okay, well that does sound like some really good food.
Yeah, they did 2 types of wings last year, and we'll probably do burgers and have another option. But yeah, they can definitely cook.
Sounds like it. And I know, Sibs, you said before in years past that people came as far away as Canada, but I know COVID changed a lot of things last year. You had to push the event to September, where it's normally held in May. Tell us more about what last year was like and how you expect things to maybe be different this year, or what's going on from last year.
Usually in the ride, we usually end up with anywhere from 150 to 200. We have had one year where we had 230 riders in the ride. Last year, I think we had maybe 100, 120, which was a little bit less, but it was, we were still able to raise some money, and we had an awesome time. It was a little bit smaller group, so we were able to just kind of relax a little bit and enjoy each other's company and meet new people. Like Screwdriver said, it's, we have people come from all over the country. Canada is still shut down as far as I know. On Facebook, I was talking to a couple of Canadian BFC brothers, and you know, they were sad that they were going to miss it. So hopefully next year they'll be here.
Now, is there a way for someone to donate if they can't make it out to the ride this year? Is there a way for them to maybe still give to the cause? I know you mentioned people can bring their cars if they wanted to, but if someone can't make it but they still want to help and give a monetary donation, how could they go about doing that?
Yes, they can, if they will just shoot me a message on Facebook, we can make that happen. We've had several, every year we have several businesses from Princeton Community Hospital to, pawn shops and you know, a lot of local businesses get behind us and make donations. 100% of everything that we raise, 100% of the proceeds goes to the area foster kids and families.
And Gunnar, I'll ask you this question. Elaborate more on the brotherhood aspect of this. Why do you think it's important to come together and just kind of have this gathering every single year?
Well, it's love. I mean, just to see so many brothers and sisters that gather together, and I mean, even, you know, from the clubs here, you know, several different motorcycle clubs, other ministries, you know, motorcycle ministries, just to have everybody come together, it really shows a major support for what we're doing here with this ride. It's just an amazing thing just to see so many people from different clubs, different ministries come together for one.
And Screwdriver, can you also elaborate on the importance of having this as a brotherhood type event as well?
Well, it's really for a good cause, and like we said earlier, it's really good meeting people. They're a great group, bikers in general. You know, there's a lot of donations. Besides just this, even, you know, bikers do a lot of donating and charity rides and stuff.
And Sibs, anything you want to add there, as well as why this is important not only to this community but just to have this every year?
The need. Gunnar was talking about it earlier. The need, for whatever reason, you know, I don't know what the numbers are, but I know that West Virginia, and especially Southern West Virginia, leads the nation, or is up in the top of needing foster parents and foster care. When you first start out, because I went through this when my sister died, I took her kids in, wanted to finish raising them, and financially, it's you know, until you file forms and everything, financially it's tough. You know, just to pay bills and buy groceries and everything like that. So, you know, we're able to help in that. The importance is that these kids, especially the younger ones, if they get in a good situation with a good foster family, you know, they've got a chance to, you know, to really blossom and make something of themselves.
All right, we do have to take one more quick break. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to this edition of In Focus. This morning, we've been talking about Nianne's Ride for the Kids. It's coming up the weekend of May 14th. Starting on May 14th, that Friday, there's going to be a meet and greet, and Saturday, there's going to be a bike ride. It's going to be a weekend filled with fun, and it's also a great cause. It benefits local foster kids. So, Sibs, I'll ask you this question. This has been going on for 7 years now. Where do you think the future of this event will go, looking ahead for the next 5, 10 years, or even beyond? I know there's a lot to take in there. But
Yeah, nobody's ever asked me that. And my answer would have to be, you know, 1 year at a time. I know we have some plans on some special things for our 10th year. One is I have a friend in northern West Virginia is going to actually make a quilt to auction off made out of all the 10 years of bandanas. You know, it's year to year, and you know, as long as the Lord, you know, wants me to do this and wants us to do this, we're gonna keep on. So, you know, it just hopefully bigger, better, you know.
That sounds good. And maybe once the COVID restrictions ease up, you can have Canadians coming back and maybe people even outside of North America coming in. You never know. But I just want to talk more about what people can expect for that weekend. So any one of you guys can jump in here, but just elaborate more on, we talked about the meet and greet and the ride, but what can people expect on Saturday? Is it going to be like an all-day thing? Or I know you talked about the celebration, but just walk us through again what people can expect for that entire weekend.
Saturday, you know, the ride, we usually get through at the after party, you know, about 4 o'clock. And then I know the people that come in from out of town just go and hang out, go get something to eat, you know, some good fellowship. We're from all over the place. You know, Bikers for Christ is. So, you know, if we have the opportunity to hang out with local people, we were in Richmond this last weekend, and you know, there was people that we hadn't seen in a year and a half, and you know, it was good to see them. We met a lot of new faces with other clubs, and you know, and had a really great time. But it's pretty relaxing. Now Sunday morning we do end the weekend with what we call Rumble Sunday, and that's a biker service. It's open to everybody. But that's at Cornerstone Family Church on Brick Street. And this year we have, you know, we bring in guest speakers. One year we had Sam Childers, the actual machine gun preacher, not Gerard Butler, who played him in the movie, but Sam Childers. We've had Rich Vreeland come in. He's a Nitro Pro Drag Harley racer. Last year we had John James, one of the original Newsboys. Pastor Z, our national founder and president, he'll be here again this year. And we have lined up for speakers. We have our New York state elder is going to talk about some exciting things that's happened in his life that involve his battle win against cancer. And we have Tim Fontaine, we call him U-Turn. He'll be speaking, and our international liaison, Joey Collins, will be speaking. So, you know, we try to change things up every year, and the biker service is awesome. You know, and that's what we conclude the weekend with.
And where is that biker service held again?
That's at Cornerstone Family Church. We have like fellowship time, coffee, donuts, things like that. At 9 o'clock, and then the service is at 10. And we're looking at, just talked to the pastor, we're looking at having the service outdoors. That's what we did last year, and it was great. It was great weather. Wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold, no rain, and you know, it's just a really good time.
And I know in years past you said that you held this event in April, so when did you all move it to May? And I guess that was made because the weather here in Appalachia is so unpredictable, right?
we used to, the first year we did it the second weekend in April, and the second year we did it the second weekend in April. Well, that, it was funny because I picked up Pastor Z at the airport, and Cole Harley-Davidson has been awesome. They always furnish Pastor Z with a motorcycle and for the weekend. And anyways, we came out of the hotel. He usually flies in on Wednesday, and Thursday evening we went out to dinner, and then we were hanging out at the hotel, and it was cold. And we went outside, and there was, no, it was Friday evening. There was 2 inches of snow on the bikes. So I'm sending word out, you know, keep your motorcycles at home, drive the car, you know. And that year we ended up raising over $8,000.
Wow, even with the snow.
It was, yeah,
wow.
Yeah, and we ended up, we had some music at the church, and then we caravanned over to Cole Harley-Davidson. They had a big bonfire in their fire pit and had a spread of food, and so we improvised. And it's something I like, a lot of pastors say is, you know, when life gives you lemons, God makes lemonade.
That's a good way of looking at it too. And Gunner and Screwdriver, were you there that first year as well, where it was snowing?
Yes, I did.
Actually got saved that year.
Wow.
So I was very pleased to be there. I thought I missed my calling when I was 21 years old. So I had a feeling, you know, I'd never get that calling again. Just so happened on our first event. I wasn't even a patch member for Bikers for Christ at the time, but the Lord called me, I got saved, and it's been a great ride ever since.
That's so wonderful. That is wonderful. And we have just a little bit of time left on the clock here, but Sibs, do you have any concluding remarks or comments for our viewers?
Just come out. Like I said, it's open to everybody. Whether you ride a motorcycle, whether you drive a car, whether you're on a moped, whether you're on a skateboard, whatever. You know, if you can't make the ride and follow along, you know, if you're in a car, come out to Cole Harley-Davidson. We'll be getting there on Saturday, usually about 12:30, 1 o'clock, and you know, come out. Good music. Jonah Carden, he is awesome. He'll be playing for a couple hours, you know, and you know, we have door prizes. You'll have a good time, we guarantee it.
All right, well, thank you so much. I want to thank all of our guests this morning for joining us and sharing more about Nianne's Ride for the Kids. And if you at home have any ideas for us for an In Focus segment, you can send me an email. That's mzosh, M-Z-O-S-H, @WVVA.com. I'm looking forward to seeing your thoughts and your ideas. That does it for this edition of In Focus. We hope you have a fantastic Sunday, and we'll see you again next time.